All right, what's up guys? I'm Randy. We're here at Bike Worx in Urbana, Missouri. What we got going on today is we're going to be doing a series of videos on the progression of this build. It's a 1950 Panhead. We're going to be doing it, try to do it pretty 70s chopper style. We have wild, crazy paint. Obviously it's been rigged and stretched out here. We're a 6-over front end. This bike came to me from a guy who lives up in Kansas City. Kind of a long story short, his father passed away, gave him the bike, and we're going to redo it kind of how his father wanted him to do it. You kind of joined us a little bit late. I've already started a little bit of the work on it. It came to me as a full, complete painted bike. It was nasty, been sitting in a barn for about 15 years. So what I've done already is stripped the bike, pulled all the running gear out. I've already sandblasted the frame. I've already boxed it in, trying to get that cool 70s look. We're going to finish up the box in today. After that, we're going to move on to mounting the rear fender, making it solid. We'll put the motor and the tranny back in. We'll go through building the exhaust. After that, we'll just take it one step at a time and see what it's going to come out like. So today, first off, I'm going to go ahead and finish the neck on the bottom here, and we'll get it all boxed in and get it welded in and cut down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little small 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch cold roll steel. I like to just do that to build a framework, kind of give me a shape and what I like the way it looks first. After that, we'll go ahead and cut out some sheet metal, box it in. So first thing I'm going to do is clean up the frame, get it prepped, get it ready, and then I can start rolling this into a half circle to, what we're going to do is kind of put a radius in here on the inside of the front and the back side of the frame tubes, just to kind of make this thing flow down and flow through it and look more seamless. So what I've done is shaped our 1/4 inch cold roll steel here. It's going to fit up on the frame, come up underneath of this piece I've already welded in. All this is going to do is just give me a framework in a subtle arch right here to make it look like these tubes come up and connect into one piece. Kind of an old school little trick they used to do back in the 70s just to give a little dimension to these flat parts here. Next step is to create the side view of it. We've already got this 1/4 round shaped into place and beveled down like we want. So all we're going to do is set it in here, tack it up, and then we'll reshape it all later after sheet metal work. Next thing we'll do is just move on to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, so the next thing I like to do is use just plain old white paper or cardstock. I lay it over my area that I'm going to try to create a sheet metal plate for. With dirty hands, you just run over the area you want it to cut and where you want it to lay. It creates your line for where everything is. And you just cut your paper back, transfer it to metal. And you've got a template ready enough to make this a finished product. And just like that, you've got a cheap little template to get you pretty close as far as your sheet metal goes. Of course, this isn't a finished product, so you'll want to whittle your sheet metal away to make an exact fit, but that gets you in the ballpark. All right, we got a little sheet metal piece made here, formed up. It's pretty close to fitting just how I want it to, so we'll go ahead and start welding it in and really manipulate it into shape. So here's what we got done today. We got the whole neck roughed in. It's pretty well finished out how it's gonna be. All I gotta do is come back in here and finish weld everything and then cut it all back down. So the next time you come in, this will all be finished up. You'll be able to see the finished product on it, how seamless it looks. Next week, what we're gonna do is move on to the rear end. We're gonna redo this whole sissy bar as far as the way that it mounts. I'm gonna get the fender set in place, get it mounted solid, get all this to where we can sit on it and use it as a working product. Then we can build everything else off of that.